So I gathered some distractible animations because I fucking love distractible. I think it is one of the best podcasts. Because it's not even like a podcast, right? It's more like a game show type of thing. I mean, I think these animations are from like the really old ones where like they didn't have video. But they're still so fucking good though. Yeah, let's just watch it.
What year was this? Like freshman year?
2007, freshman year.
So I come in from winter break. I open the door and, you know, Bob's there. And I'm
just kick the door in. Why not?
Let's loft the beds.
What?
Like, I don't think I said hello first. I think I like walked
just
in the door and was
appears.
like, you want to loft? You want to put the beds in on top? Bunk them? You want to bunk
Oh,
the
bunk beds.
Well,
Loft is lofting another word for that?
I know.
I didn't know that existed.
Hadn't even come out.
I know. That's exactly what we were doing. We wanted room for activities.
Like, we need
Activities.
more space for when people come over.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this tiny ass room
Obviously.
that you can
We're
only
cool
stand
guys.
like right beside each other in, and that's it.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
God, that
definitely
leads
threw
into
at least
so
one.
we did throw one.
I have a feeling it didn't go well.
I can't
All
wait to
right.
hear how wonderful this was.
So Mark enters, and so
Uh-huh.
our current setup, we
Mark
basically split the room
spawns
in half,
in.
right? But it's not that big of a room. Like if we were standing shoulder
Yeah,
to
dorm
shoulder,
rooms
we'd
are
probably take up
tiny.
the whole width of the center. Of
God. Okay. I went to college in West Ireland. There's a place called, it's ATU now. It was originally, God, what was it? GMIT? Yeah, GMIT. It's called ATU now. It's part of like they got like a bunch of different technology. I can't speak. Got a bunch of different technological universities in West Ireland, came ATU. I didn't live in any of the dorms, but I knew someone that did, and the way they did them was terrible. So what they basically did was they built full houses, but then they put this cross in the middle of it to divide the house into 4 parts. And if 2 people bought a dorm, they put them in one of the 4 quadrants. So it was like, think like an estate house divided into 4 sections, like 4 corners. It's horrible. And the sheds out the back wasn't even a shed. It was just like an overhang. And that was it. And all 4, well, no, technically 8, because the dorms had 2 people in them. So all 8 people had that little overhang as a shed together. Like, that is fucking... I take this, what they have here, which is an actual room over that. I feel bad for anyone that paid for that, because that was fucking horrible.
that room.
Yeah.
So if you bunk one bed on top of the other, you get like a quarter of the room. But the way the beds are supposed to go together when you bunk them, you're supposed to
Also, I dropped out of college because I was shit. I tried to do digital programming and I could not do it. I got to the second year and I just said, yeah, I'm bored of this. I like the programming. Everything else was like just random. Like we did psychology and we did business. I mean, I kind of get why you're doing it, but you're kind of just throwing shit in. We're the programmers, not the fucking people that run the marketing.
and lower the height of the bed that goes on top, because when they're on the floor, the bed is like all the way up on the highest setting it can go, right? So you can put stuff under it.
It's like Lego.
But
You
if
just
you
stack
leave
it.
it like that and then put it on top of another bed, there's like maybe a foot between the bed and the
Let's make sure you have really long feet that go past your nose, because you're breaking your face in if you fucking sleep up in there.
ceiling.
Yeah, really, like legitimately.
So you're supposed to change that, but that required like tools or I don't know, knowledge. We didn't know how to do that, so we didn't do that.
Wasn't Mark an engineer or something? Like, shouldn't he have known this already?
So we're looking at this and we're like, yeah, I don't think we can't adjust your bed. I think, and Mark is like, that's fine. I'll sleep up high. Good air up high. It'll be fine. Good air. Like, we get past that hurdle. The other thing about this is, other than the fact that you're supposed to, 1, ask for permission, and 2, ask for help from adults, there's supposed to be a thick metal pin in each of the 4 legs that lock it in place. So
I mean, like, would it not have just been easier to ask? Like, if you, obviously, like, they can probably deny you, but, like, if you're asking to do that, like, what reason do they have to deny you? Because I'm guessing it's like, how do I just explain this? Yeah, actually, on the screen, like Legos, the bed is on the highest setting, right? So it's probably just a section that you can just pull out and then put back in once they move out and someone else moves in.
So they can't slip off. That seems crucially important,
Sure
right?
does.
And then we're looking and we're like, all right, metal pins. We don't have metal pins. And I don't know. I think it was you, Mark. I gotta
I think
give
it
him
was
credit
me.
where it's due. We're sitting there like brainstorming, and Mark like goes into his wardrobe and turns back to me with a pair of scissors and a plastic clothes hanger. And is like, if we just snip
You're
this
gonna
straight
die.
part of this clothes hanger, like metal pins.
Yes.
Plastic clothes hangers you can snap with your bare hands have the same tensile as metal pins. But like, yeah, he looks at me, and of course he holds up.
Again, isn't this man supposed to be an engineer? Like, how the fuck? Where'd you get where the fuck do you get this idea? Yes, this plastic, exactly the same as metal pins.
Scissors and the thing, and I look at him and I'm like, perfect. Baby, let's do this. No hesitation at all.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh.
And my favorite part of this whole thing, we eyeball them to the same-ish length, set them
Don't
all in,
eyeball
we
them.
hoist the
Don't eyeball them. Put them beside each other. Like, cut one to the right length and then put that next to the other one, and you can like cut out a line to know where to cut so that they're all matching.
bed up really precariously, set it on the pins. One of the 4 pins was like half an inch longer than the other ones, and it was half an inch too long.
Just make sure you're not putting your head on that side because it's going to be fucking raised.
So the bed, the weight of that corner of Mark's bunked bed, which is now like 10 feet off the ground, the
And
weight
him
of that
when he
bed
goes
is
on
sitting
it.
on the plastic clothes hanger. And we sort of like, I don't remember the conversation, but we looked at it for maybe a second,
Yeah.
like 10 seconds total. And then Mark was just like, fuck it.
Of course. Yeah.
And just climbed up. And
If one little slip and that whole bed is coming crashing down.
so for the entire rest of that school year,
Yeah.
Mark's bunk bed, 1/4 of the
This
leg
man was
supported
listening
by,
to the
like,
rats
a
above.
1/4-inch thick piece of plastic.
You should be fucking dead.
Yeah, you should not be alive after that.
You should be fucking dead.
When nothing happened, nothing bad happened, totally fine.
That is a shock.
Oh, okay.
You gotta understand that, like, when I climbed in here, I didn't want to tell Bob that I didn't have a lot of room.
You don't admit defeat.
But let me just say, if I sneezed while I was laying in bed, I would have broken my nose.
Yeah,
I
shit,
would
like
go forward a couple inches and I smack into the ceiling. Like, I remember laying in the bed and I could hear everything in the like dorm above me. And it was
Heaven
like,
is
there's
calling
people
to him.
coming around, like partying, tired people having sex, and I'm just like, worth it. We have so much room for activity. And I remember like a few days after we did this, one morning, my alarm goes off or whatever. It's like early, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get out of bed.
God.
And I had forgotten that I was in a bunk. And so I like in a daze, it's dark. I like climb.
how do you forget you're in a bunk and still manage to slide off perfectly without smashing your nose into the roof?
out of bed, and just suddenly I'm falling. What did you think? Like, I know you were asleep, you were woken up, but I was like, I fall, and I don't remember what happened, and then I was on the ground.
I mean, so I was really sleeping. I'm not a morning person. I wake up super slowly. So I was laying in bed, mostly asleep, and it was like if you imagine what it would look like in a cartoon.
Yeah.
If you're in an office building in a window office and somebody has
And someone
leaped out of
falls
the window
down.
above yours and they come flying by your window like shooting or something. Like, I'm just laying in bed and I just see Mark just like, ooh, whoa.
God, I don't know why that, like, how do I say it, that, like, scenario. Did anyone ever hear, I'm sure loads of people have heard of it, but did you ever hear of what building was it? I'll look it up after. There was a building and it had really strong glass. And basically for any visitors that were coming by, or not even visitors, but like people who were getting interviewed and stuff, the guy that was showing them around the offices would prove it by running headfirst into the glass. And it didn't break. No, he ran into it so many times that the screws holding the glass in became loose and he just ran out and just fell. As horrible as that is, that is a really funny fucking image. Just running headfirst into a glass and then just disappearing. I feel so bad for laughing, but that would be really funny to see. I am a horrible person. Hold on, I gotta look up what building this was. Man falls out of building by running into glass window. Man runs straight through skyscraper window. This was like ages ago. Gary Hoy, okay. Yeah, this is like, he fell from the 24th floor of his office building in Toronto in an attempt to prove to a group of students, it wasn't interviewers, students, that the windows were unbreakable. Yeah, but he kept doing it so many times that the fucking screws gave in and the window just came out and he was still running, so. Yeah, the windows were unbreakable. When he threw himself into the window, it did not break, but the window frame gave way and he fell to his death. That's such a bad death. Like, this is such a horrible thing, but it's so funny. Wait, when you get so good at arguing the details in writing that you forget that the details in practice sometimes differ. Yeah. God, start calling the firm Holden Day window after that. Gary Hoy was a corporate and securities law specialist at the law firm of Holden Day Wilson. So that's what the place is called. Yeah, that was like, fuck. I mean, obviously I wasn't born then. This was like 1990 something. 1993, yeah, it says here. God, that's so horrible, but it's just so funny to imagine. Just vanishes immediately. Like, I'm just gonna press play. I'm a horrible person.
And then Mark's just on the floor, and I don't even know if I rolled over.
I think he mumbled like, "Yeah, okay," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay." After I go, "You okay?"
But you really like rolled out like you were just gonna put your foot on the floor. So the way you fell was just like tumbling.
So he didn't even fall. He just walked until he hit the floor.
I made that mistake, so it was good.
Okay, so suffice it to say, finally we learn that we're gonna get a refrigerator. It's gonna come. It's gonna come 9 days after it was initially supposed to be
I
there.
remember
Whatever.
this.
But fine. Like,
Probably
you know what?
one
Fine.
of the
It's
most
not like we need
iconic
it right away.
Distractable
It's just a
episodes
refrigerator.
ever.
And this morning, I was literally on a call with you guys. We were getting ready to do exactly what we're doing right now. And my phone
Do an
started
episode.
ringing. It's the delivery guys. And I pick it up, and he's like, "We'll be there in 10 minutes." And I'm like, "Why didn't the system tell me 11 to 3 then?" And he's like, "I don't know, sir. We're on our..."
Has anyone ever had that before? Like, you get a text or an email. I don't know, maybe it's just an American thing they call, but for me, I usually get a text from the people that are delivering and an email from whoever whatever place I'm buying from that says, "Oh yeah, we'll deliver at this time." Like 2 hours beforehand, I'm doing something. I'm like in the shower or something, or I'm not even at home, and then they deliver it. And then I get home and it's like out on the front, and because it's Ireland, it's raining, so whatever the fuck I was ordering is now in a soggy box on the floor in front of my front door. Fuck me, I hate that.
way. And I'm like, "This is incredibly inconvenient. Can you come at the time that you're scheduled?" And he was like, "Nope, we're on our way." And I literally, to you guys, I was like, "Okay, I gotta go, I guess. We'll do this later, right? Okay, bye." Schedules are for nerds. So that's how it starts. And they show up there, and I'm like, "Okay, so we already tried to deliver this. You guys can't come in through the front. There's a door that it won't fit through, so you kind of have to go around back. I'll show you." And he's like, "What do you mean we can't come in through the front?" And I'm like, "Ooh. I mean, we've
He
been
literally
here.
just told you.
I'm just saving you some time. It won't fit." And he's like, "Nah, let me measure it." Fine. But also, like, fuck you. Like, goddamn.
Like, he just told you. Someone else tried to
So he
deliver
comes
it,
in and, he
and
looks
it didn't
he
work.
measures the little door into the kitchen. And he looks at me, he's like, "Oh yeah, it's definitely not gonna fit through here." And I look at him.
He's got murder in his
So we have
eyes.
a fridge in there, and it already has a water line because it has an ice maker. There's supposed to be some kind of shut off. These guys cannot find the shut off to the water line. And he
It'd be
looks at me and
outside.
he's like, "There should be a shut off. You should know where that is." I'm like, "Bro, I just..."
Do we have a shut off? I wasn't here when the fridge was installed. I should know.
Fucking
I don't know how I
Can
would
you
know.
call the previous homeowner? Like, yeah, let me call her up. We're buddies. I bought a house and now we get dinner every 2 weeks. Obviously. God. So he just unhooks the water and the water's just like,
Yeah.
and he just kinks the line real quick. Like he unhooks it and he holds it
Yeah.
up to me and is like, I'm going to need you to hold this so we can finish. And I'm like, you
Yeah,
know what?
fine.
Fine. Do
Yeah.
this. Get that fucking thing out of here. Bring the
Little
other one in
annoying,
here,
but
let's do
whatever.
this. And so I'm standing in my own kitchen holding a water line. There's a front window in the kitchen, so I can see they bring the old one out. I see them go out to the front where their truck is, and then I see them with the new refrigerator, and they bring it around, and so I know they're like on the way. And I'm just standing there, and I just hear from the backyard like kerchink, whoosh, and then one guy goes, "Oh shit!" And they just start rushing around, and I walk out there, and there's water is erupting up out of the ground like a geyser has started gushing. I don't know what has happened. Apparently, what genius number 2 did is they had the fridge on a dolly and there was a bush, and apparently it just fucking destroyed this bush. But also inside this bush is a PVC
Yeah.
pipe coming out of the ground that's part of like the irrigation system. What he did was he dragged the
Yeah,
fridge.
see that's why a lot of like big bushes like that are there. It's not there because it looks nice. It's there because it covers the shit that does not look nice, like a PVC pipe.
right through the bush and snapped off the fucking PVC pipe. And what they were doing is one of them was standing there staring, like thinking, and the other one had the broken off PVC pipe. It was trying to like jam it back on, like it was just gonna slip right.
Okay, but like, at least he's doing something. It's stupid, but at least he's doing something. He's not standing there like, I can fix this. No, you fucking can't. You're a fucking delivery driver. You cannot fix this.
Back on. Like they looked over at me and were like, apparently the guy who was standing there watching is the one who did it, and he looked at me
Call
and he was
someone.
like, I can't believe that pipe was in there. It was hidden in there, and it's an accident, you know? And like,
Sure
it's
thing,
not like
man.
it's a little flower or something you could like, ooh, push it over and scoot. It's a big fucking bush. To get the thing through where he got it through, he literally had to pull it up to that gap, and it stopped, and he was like, ooh, this bush is in the way. And he was just like, no, it's not. Let's go! I don't know what led them to that action, but there's no version of that that's not just so fucking stupid that it makes me unbelievably angry. Finally, I'm like, we need to shut the water off to the house. The guy who seemed to be in charge of this was like, right, the water main. And he handed me the pipe and was like, hold this on there. This doesn't seem like how you install a fridge.
I tried to do was parkour, and it was like supposed to be a quote unquote beginner parkour thing.
Yeah,
I showed up
cool.
at the place and we met in the parking garage, and it was me and 3 other dudes, and one of them had done parkour maybe, and the other 3 of us were just like complete newbies getting in there and just trying to have an adventure. We were jumping around the 4th level of the parking garage, and so we were leaping around there, we were jumping around, we would go like over the edge.
Did anyone else ever do that? They're just like, they just jump from like one tiny like curb to another because there was like a small gap. Like, yeah, that's parkour. That's what it is. No, it's not.
Like 50
That's
feet
leaping.
below us, and we would just like dance around there for a little bit, and so we actually end up like dropping down 2 floors anyway but the stairs or the ramp inside, so like crawling around the building outside. And I don't die at this point,
Surprisingly.
but we get down to the 2nd level.
I'm a pussy. I would never do anything like that. Like, people are always like, oh, when you're young, you do stupid things. No, you're not. I'm 21. If I went near this, I'd tell the people to fuck themselves and I'd go home. I want to play video games. Fuck off with your stupid ideas.
And it's time to drop from the 2nd story and do a sweet tuck and roll into this little grass patch. So the first guy goes, and he goes like drop and tuck and roll, and it's perfect, and He's fine. And then the second guy goes and he manages to do it, a tuck and roll. And it's at this point that I realized they assumed I knew how to do a tuck and roll.
Like everything else in this, they just assumed you knew how to do all this.
So there I am, hanging off by one hand from the second story ledge of a concrete parking garage, looking at a tiny patch of grass that I'm supposed to hit. And in my head, I'm like, it can't be that hard. And so they're all giving me
It can't be that hard. This thing that I've never done in my life once.
I got this. And so I drop. And I landed from the second story straight onto my ass. Like 100% full on
Bam.
into my ass. I felt something pop. Weirdly no pain. But like this stunned thing where you're like, oh,
Yeah.
am I dead?
What even is that called actually? Like where you take, it's like so, the pain is like so intense that you don't feel it. No. What is that called? Is a complex one that can be associated with very those affected with the nervous system. What's it called though? Hyperalgesia. I had this like maybe once. I was like outside of my old estate that I used to live in. There was like a tree and it was like this really like perfect, like there was, because it was right beside a field. So there was a rock wall, but like he had a wire fence set up, so he didn't really care about the wall. So eventually the rocks all tumbled over. But the way the tree, like this big thick branch was angled, was like you could literally easily climb up onto it and just sit on it. Like it was the perfect fucking seat because it was like really flat as well. And one of the days I tried to climb up like a lot higher, but one of the branches I was holding onto was not that thick. And I fell and my foot landed onto the fucking wall, you know, the rock wall made of fucking stones, and I sprained my ankle. But I was like, that wasn't even the part that hurt. What hurt was that the fucking branch landed straight onto my back and whipped my fucking back and cut me open. I was there crying about it. I was like, oh yeah, your ankle sprained. I was like, oh, my back is sore though. See the fucking, I don't know why. That's such a weird thing though. Like, I feel like you should, I feel like that is a weird defect or something. Like if something hurts, it should not hurt so much that you cannot feel it. Unless it's just like an adrenaline rush thing.
Am I dead? And like weirdly enough, I seemed totally fine. I wasn't, by the way. I want to mention I was not okay. And then the guy behind me is about to go, and he drops, and instead of falling on his ass, he fell on his face.
Oh,
He went forward.
This man has lost some teeth.
Roll right into his face and chest, hit the ground, and you just hear him go like.
Oh, God.
Like just all the wind dropped out of him, and he's desperately.
This man's no teeth, no lungs, and has lost about 6 fucking ribs from this.
Like on the ground, trying to get a sucking breath. So, you know, after a while, we're just standing there. We're looking at this guy dying on the ground. We're like, what do we do? But he gets
Call
up,
someone.
He gets up and he plays it off like, I'm fine. But clearly his ribs are broken. Like straight up, his ribs are broken. God. And so he gets up.
What ribs? I don't know what you're talking about.
I think I'm good for today, guys. I think I need to lay down. So it's like
this man is living the rest of his life as a human spring.
Stumbles off, and we're watching him. We watch him walk away for like 5 minutes. So we're watching him stumble away. About the time he disappears out of view behind, you know, those hills. Like we look at each other, we're like, all right, let's keep going, guys. So we go over to this building. We get to the roof. We hear sirens when we're up on the roof. For some reason in our brain, we're like, they're coming for us. We went into the forbidden zone, and like, you know, we're like, they're gonna get us on this.
They sent a squad after 3 teenagers, right? At this point.
We panic and we run off, and then again they drop down from this second story ledge onto this grassy part. So I find myself once again hanging by one hand from a second story ledge looking down. But in my mind at this moment, I'm like, okay, I went backwards that last time. I'll go forwards this time. I know what my mistake was.
No, you don't. You don't go forwards. You go down onto your knees and you roll onto your shoulder. Oh, he's dead.
And so I drop and I'm like, forward, forward, forward. I saw them roll on like their shoulder. And so my legs hit the ground. I go forward.
That's not what you
My
do.
weight right onto my shoulder. And I don't move. And it's just like I hit the ground, my shoulder just.
Well, thank God you did it the right way that time.
Yeah, thank God you rolled forward, saved it.
I like am down there for a while. I'm for a while.
He's
And
dead.
I'm like,
The vultures
"Okay,
are after him.
I'm okay. I'm okay. And I look up and they're gone.
I wonder, does he still have like shoulder and back problems from this? He probably does.
Well, they taught you, didn't they?
Fucking destroyed my body and then bail.
They murdered 2 people and
The
left.
only way that could be better at all is if you look up and there's like 2 cops just standing there. Just like, we know where you were. That's the forbidden roof.
I hope they lost their parkour teaching license after this.
Okay, so this is my own bathhouse story. The title is "And Then My Skin Was Rubbed Clean Off." Wait, no, I got a better title. Okay,
okay.
Quote,
Better
"And
than
then
that?
He flipped me over."
Ew. Ooh. Okay.
Aren't you naked in bathhouses?
It's a thing that they have bathhouses. It's a thing in many cultures, and in these bathhouses, you are naked. I've been to them.
Yeah.
Before. You know, I've been to them in
Your
Korea. I've
dick's
been to
out
them
while
here
getting a
in LA.
massage.
But when I went to Korea last time, my cousin said something very interesting to me. He said, "You want massage?"
It's my throat's fucking sore.
And I go, "I don't mind a massage. I like massage." And he goes, "Oh, you want massage?" And I said, "Yes." And when we entered into the bathhouse, we walked past these 2 mats there, and there was someone getting scrubbed, like someone getting washed, like physically washed.
Like by another person.
By another person.
Oh,
There was another
God.
person. The only
That's a weird
non-nude
angle.
person in this entire bathhouse was the person doing the scrubbing. He had shorts on. So it was a bit of an oddity that I passed by because I was like, I know massages from the Korean bathhouse here in LA. So we go to the bathhouse.
I have a feeling a Korean bathhouse in America is not going to be like the Korean bathhouses in Korea. You know, just saying.
We relax and we have a good time, and then
The
my
dick's
turn
out and all,
comes
you
to
know.
get a massage, and my cousin guides me to where the massage is going, and he guides me right to the tables that the other guy was getting scrubbed down on. And the guy has his scrub rag and he flips it over his shoulder a few times and then slaps the bed and I'm like, hop up.
Is it the same rag that he was scrubbing the other person with?
Now that I think about it, I do not think he
Just rang it out.
He's got ball juice from everyone else onto it.
Put it in the bucket. It's fine.
He smacked the table. What do you think the smacking is for?
when I got up there, he got a bucket of water and he just splooshed it over the top, and water ran off and clean instantly, no problem there. Wow. So
Yeah.
I lie face down on this table. I'm mortified, but I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll get it over with. It is what it is. And this guy went at me like everything about me. Everything I stood for was on my skin, and he needed to remove it. I just remember the most incredible pain of just.
Yeah, but it probably feels like
And my
amazing
back was bad
afterwards.
enough, and he gets every part of my back, top to bottom.
Yeah, my back is hard. I have a chiropractor where I live, and I go to him, and he does like acupuncture. Oh my god! Afterwards, it's like weird. It's like a weird feeling because it doesn't hurt, but it's like you can feel it. But my god, afterwards, it feels so fucking good. Like you feel like it's honestly, chiropractors are better than massages. I'm just gonna say that. I feel much better after that than I do after a massage. Although I will say there was one part where he's going, yeah, my lower back, and that's the part where I had problems. And he went at the muscles around there, and I felt like I was about to fucking die. Because he was using like his elbow to really get at the fucking knots. It's like, oh my god, I'm fucking dead. But I had to do it silently in my head because I didn't want to insult him. So I didn't want him to be like he's doing it. He was like trying to murder me. Like he's just doing his job.
fully naked here.
It's
too,
my
right?
fault that I'm in that
So then
position.
he says some words to me that I didn't understand at the time. Now I know he was telling
What's
me
your
to
safe
turn.
word?
But he's telling me to flip over, but I'm not understanding it. So he kind of like digs his hand underneath like my torso and my legs, and he flips me over. He continues to scrub. And
It's
I'm
like cutting
okay,
fish.
I'm
You just
face
flip
up
the whole
naked.
thing over.
My ghibli bits are all out in the open, but you know, it is what it is. Here we go. And he goes just as hard on my front. And
Yeah,
then
but
he
you're
gets
going to be
my
clean
legs. He
afterwards,
does this,
though.
what I can only describe as a long, smooth motion that ended with him pretending like my balls were not there. And he clouds from toe smashing my balls all the way like bumper cars. In my inner thigh. I can only tell you this guy was extremely thorough because it took 3 impacts to get my whole inner thigh on one leg before he switches to the other side. And he started balls break after being smashed to bits. No, he starts on the inside on that side. Full connection.
Listen, man.
He didn't give
If you stop and then go back at it again, it's going to be worse.
And I swear when I got up, he had a cigarette somehow. I don't know how, but he had it. This is not even a joke, but I only remembered it afterwards when he was done.
Yeah, if I ever go to Korea, I'm never going near a bathhouse. Fuck that. That sounds like torture.